No one remembered when the laughter started, only that it never stopped. The colony of Karos Ridge sat on a dead world, orbiting a red dwarf. Rock, ice, thin air. No oceans, no forests. Only stone and wind. The alien settlers called it a temporary extraction site. That was a lie, they told themselves. They had been stranded after a trade war collapsed the sector. Supply routes died. Rescue promises faded. And Karos Ridge became permanent. Among them lived a human boy. His name was Eli Mercer. He was 12 standard years old. He lived alone in a mine, not because he wanted to, because no one else would take him. Asterisk. The boy in the Shaftalys' home was Shaft 7, a narrow vertical tunnel dug decades earlier by automated drills. The machines were gone. The shaft remained. He sealed one side tunnel with scrap plating. That became his door. Inside was a bed made of insulation foam, a heater salvaged from a broken drone, a lamp powered by a hand crank. The aliens laughed when they passed the entrance. Look, the dirt cub still plays miner. Humans really do belong underground. Does he eat rocks too? They were not cruel by intent. They were indifferent. Most of the colony were Verexians and Thalkesh, tall, scaled, chitinous, cold, adapted. Humans were rare out here, fragile, soft-skinned, too emotional. Eli's parents had died in the second winter. A hull breach, a pressure failure. The colony council offered him relocation to a dorm, to a labor barracks. He refused. Not loudly, not angrily. He simply stayed in the mine. So they let him. Asterisk, why he stayed the mine was warm. That was the secret dight beneath the surface. The geothermal veins ran close. Stone held heat. Metal buildings above did not. Eli learned this quickly. When the sun dipped, when the wind screamed, when heaters failed, the mine stayed steady. He explored deeper, carefully, marking paths with chalk and wire. He found abandoned veins, collapsed tunnels, old drill scars, and something else. Ice, not surface ice, clear crystal ice trapped between layers of basalt. Pure. Dense. He broke a chunk free and melted it. Clean water, cleaner than the ration. Tanks. He did not tell anyone. Not yet. Asterisk laughter in summer. During summer cycles, the colony thrived. Trade drones still arrived sometimes, enough to survive. Food was imported. Fuel was rationed. Morale was tolerable, and Eli was a joke. Children threw pebbles into his shaft. Adults ignored him. The council called him self-isolating. The miners called him the mole. Eli listened. He always listened. Humans were good at that. He learned the sound of cracking stone, the shift of air pressure, the way heat traveled through rock. He learned patience. Winter was coming. No one wanted to believe that. Asterisk. The long winter begins. The red dwarf dimmed. Orbit stretched. Solar input dropped by 40%. Storms hit first, then the cold. It came faster than forecasts predicted. Power grids strained. Fuel cells emptied. Trade drones stopped coming. The colony council panicked. Heaters failed in habitation domes. Pipes froze. Food stocks spoiled. The Verexians were resilient. The Thalkesh endured, but even they had limits. Water became scarce. Ice harvesters froze solid. Desalination. Units cracked. People began rationing breaths of steam. Eli stayed warm. Asterisk. The first knock-it was late cycle when the knock came. Metal on metal. Eli looked up from his heater. He opened the side panel. A Thalkesh stood there, tall, wrapped in thermal cloth. Shivering, "We heard you have heat." Eli nodded. "Come in." The alien hesitated, then stepped inside. The warmth hit him instantly. His mandibles clicked in shock. How? Rock holds heat. That is impossible at this depth. It is not. The Thalkesh sat down, stayed for an hour, left with shaking limbs, and told others, asterisk. The mine becomes shelter. One by one, they came. Miners, engineers, children. Eli marked new spaces, opened side tunnels, shared heat. He never charged them. He did not ask for thanks, but he noticed something. They brought water containers, empty ones. Eli filled them. From the ice vein, the word spread faster than heat. The mine had water, clean water, during winter. Asterisk, the council comes there. Colony council arrived with guards. Formal, urgent. "You are harboring unauthorized residents." Eli stood still. People were freezing. "This mine is not zoned for habitation." "Then zone it." Silence followed. One councillor shifted. "Our water reserves are critical." Eli pointed deeper into the shaft. "There is ice, deep ice, pure." They did not believe him until he led them there. The scanners confirmed it. A massive ice seam, protected by basalt, unaffected by surface cold, perfectly harvestable. The council stared. "This could sustain us for years." "Yes. Why did you not report this earlier?" Eli looked at them. "You laughed at me." No one replied. Asterisk, the only income winter worsened. External trade resumed briefly. Ships needed water. Clean water. Carrow's Ridge had it only because of the mine. The council converted Shaft 7 into a regulated extraction site. Eli was made supervisor at 12. He knew the tunnels better than any scanner. Water exports saved the colony. Fuel was traded. Food was bought. Lives stabilized. The aliens stopped laughing. They started bowing. Asterisk, a human way of thinking. The Virexians studied the data. How did a child find this? The Thalkesh answered. He listened. He endured. He stayed. Humans did not flee discomfort. They adapted. They dug in. They found value where others saw waste. Eli never said, "I told you so." He simply worked, marked safe paths, managed heat flow, taught others. He slept less, laughed more. Asterisk, the spring thaw. Spring finally came. The mine was permanent. Not a joke, not a shelter. The heart of the colony, the council offered. Eli a home above ground, a proper room, a title. He declined. I liked the mine. They built him a better door. They stopped calling him names. They called him founder. Asterisk, what the aliens learned years later. Travelers would ask, how did this colony survive the long winter? The answer was always the same. A human boy lived in a hole. They learned that humans were not weak. They learned humans prepared when others mocked. They learned humans did not need comfort to endure. They only needed purpose. Asterisk. Final record, Entrocolony log, 8841. Let it be recorded. The survival of Carrow's Ridge was ensured not by council decree, not by alien strength, not by advanced technology, but by a human child, living alone in a mine, who refused to leave warmth he understood. And when winter came, the one they laughed at fed them all. Humanity survived, because humans adapt. Asterisk.